Okay, so this
But
question,
I think I got it. You do 80 times 80.
okay, so you're finding area of square first, is it? 80 times 80?
Yeah, and then I minus out uh,
Mm.
80. I find the triangle which is 80 times for 40 times half times 2.
Okay, actually don't need to do until so complicated. Okay, so I will show you how to do this. Now, if you notice what they are trying to tell you is figure 1, okay, it's actually the same thing as figure 2. Okay, when I say same thing, I'm talking about the shapes. So if you notice figure 1, right, look at the quadrants. Can you see figure 1, there are how many quadrants? How many quadrants in figure 1?
4.
4 quadrants, right? Because these 4 quadrants make up a huge circle here. Now, so if you notice figure 2, right, it's actually using back the same 4 quadrants, but now the quadrants is like flipped over. Now the 4 quadrants are flipped over such that it forms a square like this. But now when the 4 quadrants are flipped over, can you see what is inside this thing? What is inside figure 2 other than the 4 quadrants?
What's it? The
Mm. Okay, you see, if let's say you're confused, right, maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to name the quadrant. So let's call this quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay, so you see figure 1, purely 4 quadrants. If now I rearrange to form figure 2, I still have the same quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. But can you see now there's this extra thing inside here? This number 5 is the difference between figure 1 and figure 2. Agree with that? Yeah, because figure 1 don't have this extra 5 ma. Only figure 2 got this extra little like a star shaped thing. Okay, so in this case, what it simply means is that if figure 1, okay, you have the area of the 4 quadrants, which is equals to a circle. Figure
Wait,
2,
so the only difference in figure 2 and 1 is the number 5.
yeah, correct. So figure 2, you realize you have 4 quadrants, not just 4 quadrants, but you have the number 5 here, plus the number 5 figure. So what it simply means is that, okay, you just need to find the area of the square and the area of the circle, and then what do you do with these two values? When you have the area of square and you have the area of circle, what do you do with these two values then?
you minus them.
Minus.
Yes, you just minus them to get this extra position 5. Because 4 quadrants here is equals to 1 circle. So the square minus away the 4 quadrants, you get the number 5 here. Okay, and even though they say find the difference in the unshaded area, okay, it's the same thing, because in this case, the quadrant, the shaded part and the unshaded in the quadrant, no change ma. Okay, so still the difference between these two figures is still this unshaded part 5. Follow what I say? Okay, so okay, when you want to find area, of course you will need the radius first. Okay, so just now Tianping asked a very good question. Okay, how is this 80 formed in figure 1? So 80 is also the diameter in figure 1. Okay, because 80 is the diameter of these two quadrants together. Okay, so you find the radius. Okay, so once you have the radius, okay, now you can go and find the area of the circle. So check whether you have this for area of circle. Okay, then of course you'll find the area of the square, which is 80 times 80. Then just find the difference. So definitely this square should have a larger area than figure 1, because if you notice this figure 2, the square here has 5 portions here. The 4 quadrants plus number 5. Okay, San San and Tianping good.